नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते राधानाथ स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चात्य देशतारिणे। उमज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितमेन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजन सहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसूते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्द। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ईश्वरक परमः कृष्णग सच्चिदानंद विग्रहग अनादिरादिर् गोविंदग सर्वकारण कारणम्। ओम तत्सत्। हरे कृष्ण। By the costless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita, the king of knowledge, Raja Vidya. So Krishna is teaching us in this chapter, the third chapter, about the Karma Yoga. We are studying about the importance of listening to Krishna and doing what he wants us to do. If we don't listen to Krishna, we are ourselves falling into a hell, because we will be completely ignorant. In other words, we are fools if we don't listen to Krishna. In the second chapter, even in the first and second chapter, the beginning of second chapter, Arjuna told so many reasons to Krishna that why he should not fight in that battle. And Krishna just, in the very beginning, when he started answering the very first sloka, Krishna just said, "You are speaking like a learned person, but you are lamenting for no reason." That's what Krishna told Arjuna. In this way, people, they think that they know everything and they talk a lot. All different subjects. Especially people in general, they're interested in the worldly matters, what's happening in the world, and having so much of knowledge, which game is happening where, and who is winning and who is losing. All these things are useless. How is it going to help the soul to get freed from this material world? Any action which we do, it has to help us to get freedom from the material entanglement. That means we should act only with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. That's why Krishna is teaching us that if you listen to me, If you follow my instructions, muchyante tepi karma bihi. That's it. You will be freed from all reactions to our actions. And this knowledge is the topmost secret. Guhyat guhyataram maya. That's what Krishna told Arjuna. Secret of all secrets. Guhyat guhyataram. It is the topmost knowledge. Jnananam jnanam uttamam. So jnananam jnanam uttamam guhyat guhyataram. That's what this Bhagavad Gita. The topmost knowledge of all knowledge and the secret of all secrets. That's what this Bhagavad Gita is. By studying and understanding this Bhagavad Gita and following Krishna's instructions, we are going to go to Krishna. Shraddhavan anasuyascha shrunuyadyapi yo naraha sopi muktaga subal lokan prapniyat punya karmana. That's what is happening with all of us right now. With faith, without envy. Krishna is using these two together many, many times in Bhagavad Gita. With faith and without envy. With faith. With faith on Bhagavad Gita and also not envious of Krishna. So that's what with faith and without envy. Shraddhavan anasuyascha. Shunyatapi. So if anyone hears this knowledge, then he will get liberated and go to the planets where only pious people live, where only happy place, Subhan Loka, Punya Karma. So that's what is very important. That's where we should be. Everyone wants in this world a better life. That's what is happening for all of us. From the childhood, maybe not for many, maybe they may not have a lot of basic necessities are not that easy to fulfill. And then work hard, study, and then get job, and earn a lot of money, then invest, and then accumulate, and then think that we are leading a good life. But the problem is this world is temporary and this world is miserable. What we are trying is to lead a life, permanent life in this world, in this temporary world. That is the problem. So what we are aiming, what our goals are in general for the people, they want to lead a permanent life and very happy life, trying to solve all the problems what we have. Without understanding that if we solve one problem, there will be 10 more problems coming. It's never ending. And at the time of our death, it should not be to be continued like serials. So it will not end at all. It will keep on going. So our life is like a serial where again continued in this material world, again coming back to this material world, and again coming back, and keep on coming back. What nonsense is this as far as soul is concerned? It's not fun at all to keep on coming back to this material world and taking birth in different planets, different cities. Every planet has got so many different countries, like what we have in this earth. There are billions and billions and trillions. It's unlimited. Countless number of galaxies, countless number of solar systems, and countless number of planets. And take birth somewhere and then claim that that place is ours. That's what we did in our previous life. Not only just the previous life, so many lives, previous lives, we did that. And every time we failed. Every time, in every life, in the past life, we tried to establish a permanent life wherever we were born, whichever planet we were there. And then finally death came and we had to leave everything and we were kicked out of our previous body. And now we are having this life, this body, this life, in this earth we are living. And I have also mentioned many times very clearly that all our memory, it's only stored temporarily in our brain. That's it. Even in this life itself, as long as our body, our system, our physiological system is working very well, as long as blood is supplied to brain, that means oxygen goes to the brain, we are able to think, we are able to act, we are able to remember, recollect, memories, all such things. But even if for a short, very short period of time, even for seconds, if the blood supply to the brain is cut, all the memory is erased. It's all gone. That's what when people, when they get through strokes and other things, they will easily lose memories. So that's what we need to understand. This life is so temporary and miserable, and we should not come back, and it should be the end. When our life ends, we should bring an end to our life in this material worlds. That should be the goal of our life. We should not come back again to this material world. It is not fun at all. It is not good at all. So, the only solution for this problem, what we are having in this material world, is the knowledge. The knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Because in Bhagavad Gita, it's only teaching us, first of all, when Krishna told Arjuna that you are speaking like a learned person, but you are lamenting for no reason, then immediately he said that Gatasu na gatasum sanana suchanti panditaga. A wise man laments neither for the living nor for the dead, because in this world everything is temporary, nothing is permanent. So we have to always act with the understanding, knowledge that I am the soul, I am not the body, I am the soul. That soul consciousness is what is also known as Krishna consciousness. Because when we understand very clearly that I am the soul, then Krishna is the super soul. Krishna is Paramatma. So, and he is the only person who is always with us, our constant companion is always with us. He will never ditch us. And even after getting liberation, going to Goloka, there also we are going to be with Krishna. And there we can see him face to face, talk to him and do all, we can play with him, a lot of things we can. So the difference between the material world and spiritual world is that material world is temporary and miserable. Spiritual world is permanent and blissful. That's what. This is anityam asukam lokam. Whereas spiritual world is nityam sukham lokam. That's what we need to understand. And we are nitya. The soul is always there. And where we are living, that is what is problem. We shouldn't be living in this material world. So that way, we've got the opportunity to bring an end to our material existence. This is an opportunity. This life, what we are doing right now, is very, very important. Every day, every moment, in all our actions, we should actually focus our mind only on Krishna. The knowledge takes us to Golok. That's what is very important. Because Shunyat means we are hearing, listening to this Bhagavad Gita. When we are listening to this Bhagavad Gita, and with faith and without envy, that's what Saddhavan Anasuyascha Shunyat. The same thing in the 3rd chapter. Yesterday we studied in the sloka. Krishna is teaching us that Yeme matam idam nityam anutistanti manavaga Shaddavanto Anasuyascha. That's what. Shaddavan Anasuyascha. Same thing. Shaddavanto Anasuyascha. So with faith, without envy, Muchyante tepi karma bigi. Then they are freed from all the reactions to their actions. So Muchyante tepi karma bigi. So if you act for Krishna, if you listen to Krishna, that's what is very important. And what Krishna is teaching us? Krishna is teaching us just to follow Bhagavad Gita, perform all the activities as yoga. That's it. Whatever we do, first of all, it has to be prescribed. It has to be regulated. That is niyatam. We cannot say anything we do, it is an action. Only the prescribed duty is only action. That is only is known as karma. Anything else we do, that is vikarma. Vikarma means it's forbidden actions. Forbidden actions, they are called as vikarma. And then prescribed duties, they are known as karma. So we need to do karma. And not doing any actions is known as akarma. So karma, akarma, vikarma. So performing prescribed duties, karma, and not doing any actions, akarma, and doing abominable activities is forbidden activities is vikarma. And Krishna is teaching us very clearly that Durainahi avaram karma. This vikarma is also called as avaram karma, abominable activities. So, with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, if we perform all prescribed duties without any attachment to the results, then we are listening to Krishna. We are following Krishna's instructions. That's what Yeme matam idam nityam anuttistanti manavaha. So we are the students of Bhagavad Gita and following Krishna's instructions anuttistanti. With faith, without envy. So then we will be freed from the bondage to this material. Then we studied in the next shloka, Krishna taught us very clearly, in this shloka number 32. Ye tve tatabhyasuyanto nanutistanti me matham sarvajnana vimudatman sarvajnana vimudamstan viddhinashtana chetasaga. If because of enviousness, abhyasuyanto, because not accepting Krishna as the supreme love, why one should become envious of Krishna? Because Krishna is everything, what we don't have. So enviousness comes only at that time that I want to be the leader, I want to be the supreme. So that way, if someone else is supreme, then we are envious of that person. But Krishna is always the supreme Lord. So if anyone is envious of Krishna, so then they won't follow his instructions. Only if we love Krishna, if we understand Krishna as the supreme Lord, then with faith, if you follow the instructions, then it's fine. But people out of enviousness, when they don't follow Krishna's instructions, then they are bereft of all knowledge. That's what Krishna is saying, that they will be fools. Sarvajnana vimudamstan viddhinashtan achetasa. But those who out of envy disregard these teachings, and do not follow them regularly are to be considered bereft of all knowledge, befooled and ruined in their endeavors for perfection. That's what Krishna is doing. Then in the next sloka, what we are studying today, in this sloka number 33, Sadirsham chestate swasyad prakriter jnanavanapi prakritim yanti bhutani nigraha kim karishyati. So, even a person who has full knowledge, jnanava, so even he himself has to go through this prakriti only. Even if we have the complete knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, still we cannot avoid prakriti. Prakriti, the modes of nature, they are the doers. We are not the doer. The soul is the non-doer. The soul cannot do anything. Only the modes of nature only will do everything. So, either we have to be in the mode of goodness, patience, or ignorance. But mode of patience and ignorance is not good. They are like mode of patience, which will make us to work karma sanginam, get attached to the results of work, and mode of ignorance will make us to be lazy and not doing anything. And mode of goodness is jnana sangina. So sukha sanga, jnana sanga. So it binds one to happiness and knowledge. So that way, even a jnanavan, a knowledgeful person also, he has to follow based on the rules of this prakriti. So prakriti yanti bhutani nigraha kim karishyasi. So there is no point in saying that I don't do this, I don't do that, I don't want. There is nothing. We have to do because prakriti, everybody. So what can repression accomplish? That's what nigraha kim karishyati. That's what Krishna says. Even a man of knowledge acts according to his own nature. For everyone follows the nature he has acquired from the three modes. What can repression accomplish? So that's what we need to understand. So we have to make sure that with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, do everything for Krishna. So then everything will be, it's called Suddha Sattva. So that way, Krishna is continuing in the next sloka. Indriyasyendriyasyarte ragadveshau vyavastitau tayor navasammagachet tauhyasya paribandinau. So there are certain rules to regulate the senses. So that means there are certain rules by which you can go and enjoy the material sense objects. That's what Krishna is coming to say here. But Krishna is warning Arjuna that you don't get carried away by such rules. Oh, I can do like this and enjoy. I can do like that and enjoy. No, that is not going to help us. Krishna is saying that they will become obstacles. Tauhyasya paripantino. So don't get carried away by such certain rules to enjoy the material sense objects. So with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, enjoy with Krishna and do everything for Krishna. That's what is very important. There are principles to regulate attachment and aversion pertaining to the senses and their objects. One should not come under the control of such attachment and aversion. That's what raga dvesa. So never we should become vasham. So we should not become under the control of raga and dvesa. That's why we studied in one sloka already in the second chapter. Raga dvesa vimuktaistu vishayan indriyaischan atmavaser videyatma prasadam adhigacchati. So if one is freed from attachment and aversion and then able to control the senses, that's what the same sloka here. Like ragadvesa vimuktaistu visayan indriyaischan atmavasigi. That's what is very important. We should not become their vasam. We should not become under the control of this raga and dvesa. And then become, that means we will become, will be controlled by our senses. So if we are affected by attachment and aversion, then we will be controlled by our senses. But if we are freed from attachment and aversions, then we will be able to control the senses. That's why Ragadvesa Vimuktestu Visayan Indriyasaran Atmavasam Videyatma Prasadam Adhigachati. So that's why Krishna is teaching us here that there are principles to regulate attachment and aversion pertaining to senses and their object. One should not come under the control of such attachment and aversion because they are stumbling blocks on the path of self-realization. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished 34 slokas in the 3rd chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Hare Krishna. And we will again study Bhagavad Gita in the next class. Hare Krishna.